Good morning. Welcome to This Date in History, aka TDH. This show is all about the events that occurred on this date in years past, both recognized by other historians, but mainly things we personally find intriguing enough for us to bring to you. The sources of this information come from the smart device application Today in History. What happened today in history?
Historical calendar and on this website onthisday.com.
Correct. For links to the sources, the music, and anything else potentially interesting, check the underbar of the description below. Anyway, I am Alexander. Someone? Introduce yourselves?
I said Sohin.
Oh, okay, there you are. Hey, there you are! Good old Sohead. And we also have Mr. Wick, aka Rhombusser, who's currently, I think he's playing AQ3D right now. Anyway, today is May 14th, aka, today is Sun's Day, aka Sun's Day, May 14th, 2023. Wow. I time traveled there for a second. We just got joined by
Golden Loon.
Welcome to the show. Welcome.
Thank you. Oh, you already started.
Yeah, do you want to sit down or stand up today?
Could do both. Who knows?
Okay, well, here's your chair if you want.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me grab it.
Yeah. Let me make sure the mic can pick you up.
Let me go down and test it. Hold on.
All right.
And the mic can pick you up. That mic is very strong.
Oh, I can smell it from here. Trust me. Can it pick me up?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think he got you. So.
Alright, go.
Yep. Anyway, who wants to start us off here? 6:49?
I will.
All right, go for it.
649. For the first instance reign as Catholic Pope.
So like it feels like every day for the past week we always open with something involving a pope. So I guess it's
Yes.
Pope season. Right.
Pope season?
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you poping fun?
No, I'm
That
pooping
was
on the show.
fun. Also, 1483, coronation of Charles VIII. France, Charles the Affable.
Huh. Looks like he's a victim of inbreeding. I mean, like I'm not trying to like attack him, but like look at that face. It looks like it's melting like actively right
So
now.
you're not trying to attack him as you attack, is that
Well,
it?
I'm just pointing out a visual,
Yeah.
visual observance, like, you know. You got a third one here, 1509.
1509, Battle of Pigandello. French forces under Louis XII defeat the Venetians in northern Italy.
All right. Then we got some stuff here. 1607, English colonists established the first permanent English settlement in America at Jamestown. Unknown to them, they have landed amidst the worst drought in 800 years.
Oh, jeez.
Ooh, that's rough.
Sucks to be them.
Yeah. And then, here you go. You got an assassination. Oh, this guy.
1610, Henry IV of France is assassinated by fanatical Catholic Francois Ravaillac, who stabs him to death in the streets of Paris.
Dad, that's rude.
That's not a good man. Stabbing's a painful way to die.
Yeah.
Dying on the toilet is also a shitty way to die.
It is. Poor Elvis. I guess he died on his throne, at least, though. The king on his throne. That's then an event of interest here. You want me to go or?
I'll go.
Okay.
Also, in a bit of interest, 1643, Louis XIV becomes king of France at age 4.
Oh,
Wow.
jeez.
Yeah, weren't we just talking about this the other day? Like how like a lot of rulers like they. We were watching Kingdom of Heaven. That's right. When Baldwin died, and then his nephew became king, and then they discovered that he was also leprous. So she did a mercy killing by pouring poison into his ear and killed him. Yeah, it's a brutal movie. Like, yeah, no, it's really good though.
What do you do at 4 years old? I mean, obviously, nothing.
Well, you're only there just because of the way things are, but you're not ruling the country. You're just there,
no, obviously not.
You're there until you hit of age, and then you can rule the country. Or by then, if you haven't been killed, you've been obviously turned into a major puppet.
Yeah.
So
We could say something about the ruling class today somewhere. The awareness of a 4-year-old and ruling a country. I'm not going to say who, what, or where. Never
Trying,
mind.
I'm trying
America?
to. What
I'm rambling. Go ahead.
are you
Move-
talking
keep
about
moving.
North Korea or something?
No.
Like, is there
A
actually
little bit more local.
America.
There you go. Thank you.
Oh well, mentality-wise, yes. Anyway, we have here 1664. Turkish Grand Vizier Koprulu Fazıl Ahmed attacked 120,000 Donau soldiers. I can't think of the words. Like, why would you attack 120,000 soldiers? That's not a good idea.
That's suicide.
That's suicide. And then 1702, England and the Netherlands declared war on France and Spain. Okay. So,
Also,
That's a big-
1702, Great Northern War. Swedish troops under King Charles XII occupied Warsaw, Poland, crashed Lithuania's Commonwealth.
I wonder if that has anything to do with this the war declaration here. The same day.
Looks like it. Yeah.
Pardon me.
Certainly looks like it, huh?
Yeah. And then let's see here. What do we got? 1767. 1767. British government disbanded Americans only duty on. America's import duty on tea. Why was that hard to read?
Tea Party.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Tea
Well,
Party.
that would lead up to the Tea Party.
Yeah.
So, or maybe is that the result of the Tea Party?
Well, yeah.
Probably so.
When was the Tea Party? 1773. So this is way after that. This is 1767. This is 6 years prior.
Yeah, well, that's
So-
what started it.
Yeah.
And then
So-
it finally boiled. I took 6 years to boil over, I guess.
Yeah. So their import duty. But what is import duty?
Tax.
Oh, okay. So, but it disbanded the tax. British government disbands Americans' import duty on tea.
Oh, okay.
So they disbanded the tax.
Maybe they brought it back 6 years later.
Maybe, or like 5 year or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's shame on me. I should know all this. You know, as a historian and my country's history, major
Yeah,
stuff.
it'd be nice to know our own country. We don't. It's kind of a shameful how little we do know.
Yeah. So public education. Anyway, Mr. Sohan, you got a biggie here. Speaking of our history.
Yes, I do. 1787, delegates gather in Philadelphia to draw up the U.S. Constitution.
Ah. Yeah, 87. That's 10 years after actually 11 years after the breakout of the war, 1776. And this is after we've really formed and gotten a really solid idea of what we're going to be.
11 years after the Declaration of Independence was signed. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see here. Ooh, you got another event of interest here.
Also, 1796, English county doctor Edward Jenner administers his revolutionary cowpox-based vaccine for smallpox in Berkeley, Gloucestershire.
Yeah, smallpox vaccine. Look at that.
Yeah.
That far back. Wow.
Yeah, 1796.
Yeah.
Before the turn of the 1800s. Wow. But we're going to be talking about another medical procedure later on down the road here involving radiation. So, moving on up here. You got another one here. So go for it. You get a lot, then I get a lot.
1804, Meriwether, Lewis and Clark expedition commissioned by Thomas Jefferson to set out St. Louis Pacific coast.
Yeah.
So, yep, this is when it actually started. The Gateway Arch. The road to the west.
Yeah.
That was the last, really real area until you hit, California.
Hey, I've been on the what is it, Lewis and Clark Trail? Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
Yeah. This is before they meet Superman.
Huh. In 1911, Paraguay gained independence from Spain. It's their national day. So cool.
Oh.
Good for Paraguay.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Back to you, Sohan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, in 1832, Felix Mendelssohn's Concert Overture, Hebrides, premieres in London, England.
All right.
What the heck does that mean?
That's his concert overture.
Oh, okay.
Music stuff.
Yeah.
So, 10 years later, in 1842, Illustrated London News, the world's first illustrated weekly newspaper, began publication.
The first.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Cool. And then right back to Mr. Stowen. He has an invention. So
1853, Gal Borden, land surveyor, newspaper publisher, and inventor, patents his process for condensed milk.
Ooh.
Yes, Borden's milk.
Very good.
yeah,
Good old Borden's milk.
yep, Borden's milk. Yeah. Let's see here. 1862, Adolphe Nicole of Switzerland patents the chronograph.
What's a chronograph?
I'm gonna look that up actually right now. Chronograph. It is a specific type of watch that is used as a stopwatch combined with a display watch. A basic chronograph has an independent sweep second hand and a minute sub-dial. It can be started, stopped, and returned to zero by successive pressure on the stem.
It can only be used by cronies. I'm sorry. That was bad.
Your jokes are bad, you should feel bad. So, wait a minute, I don't want H, I want V. Wait, what the hell? No. Copy the whole link, okay. Bring this over here, paste, there you go. Stupid computer. I want to
Let's blame the computer.
It's always the computer's fault. Then, anyway, moving on up to 1874, we got the first admission charge at a football game. Harvard defeated the University of McGill, Montreal, 3-0. So that sounds like a pretty good game.
Yeah.
Look at the bottom of it.
The bottom of it? What?
The 1870.
Oh, yeah, no, we're getting to that. I have that on the script here. Vaseline, in 1878, Vaseline was granted a patent. U.S. patent 127,568. Vaseline.
If only they found out what people using it for now.
Oh, God.
Is that named after somebody then, Vaseline?
Let's see here. Why is Vaseline named as such? The name Vaseline is said by the manufacturer to be derived from German Wasser, water, and Greek Aeolian, oil, water oil.
Okay, that's cool.
So Vaseline. So in two different languages too. You know, German and Greek. That's an interesting combination.
And we got Vaseline. Awesome.
Vaseline. All right. You know, thank you for the question. Let me add this link to the underbar. People are going to wonder why. Like, hey, why is the Wikipedia link to Vaseline in the description? Well, watch the show and you'll see. What else do we have? In 1884, anti-monopoly party formed in the U.S. And I'm all for that.
Yeah.
Then 5 years later, 1889, the National Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Children, the NSPCC, was launched in London, England, led by Benjamin Wow. All right. You know?
Yeah.
Let's see here. Stowen, you got an 1891 here.
Yes, I do. 1890, British sailor David Beatty is promoted to sub-lieutenant.
All right.
Wonder why that's a highlighted point of interest.
David Beatty, we've spoken about him often. He commanded the first battle cruiser squadron at the Battle of Jutland in 1916, during which he reported to have said, "There seems to be something wrong with our bloody ships today," after two of them had exploded within a half hour during a battle.
Ooh.
During the battle. He's also remembered for always wearing his cap at a jaunty angle.
There you
as
go.
we can see.
Yeah.
He was one of the admirals in World War I. So
he's a biggie.
Yep.
Okay.
But 4 years later here, we got in 1894, a fire in Boston bleachers spread to 170 adjoining buildings.
Ooh,
man.
170. That's
Damn.
Yeah, wow. And just 2 years later, 1896, the lowest U.S. temperature in May was recorded, negative 10 degrees Fahrenheit or negative 23 degrees Celsius, at Climax, Colorado. So, that sounds like a great place for a honeymoon.
Also, 1897, Great Britain signs a treaty with Emperor Benedict II of Albania.
Alright.
Like his hat.
Yeah, that's a cool hat. While that was happening in 1897 as well, the oldest continuously operating movie theater in the world, the State Theater, first opened in Washington, Iowa, according to the Guinness World Records. So it's still in existence.
Yeah, didn't even know there was a Washington, Iowa.
I didn't either, but a movie theater in 1897.
Yeah.
Like, wow. Movies predate the First World War.
Okay, yeah. Also, 1902, Italian tenor Enrico Caruso makes his Covert Garden debut opposite Nellie Martin in Verdi's opera Rigoletto in London.
All right.
Caruso. I thought it was H.J. Caruso.
Also, 1903, President Theodore Roosevelt visits San Francisco. I
Cool.
wonder if he tried fighting people.
Huh, probably. Theodore Roosevelt fighting around the world. You know, like the James Cameron, but not the James Cameron. Who was
Russell
that guy?
Crowe.
Hey, he gave us the teddy bear.
Yeah. Let's see here. 3 years later, 1906, a flagpole at the White Sox ballpark broke during pennant raising.
Ooh, jeez.
Huh.
Ice.
That's not nice.
No.
1907, Sweden adopted universal suffrage for election to its lower house and proportional representation for both houses. Good. You know, the people are always the power, so let them have it. But 1908, the first passenger flight in an airplane. Cool. Then 1910, Canada authorized issuing of silver dollar coins.
Silver dollars.
Yeah. And then, let's see here. Go for it, Mr. Sohan. You got baseball here.
Yes, in 1913, Washington Senators Walter Johnson ends MLB record scored streak at 56 innings.
Wow.
Yeah, one of the great ones.
That's impressive.
Yeah, Walter Johnson, great pitcher.
Yeah. 1918, Sunday baseball is made legal in Washington, D.C.
Well, you know, nothing was supposed to be going
Sunday?
on Sundays.
Yeah.
Hey, I remember back in the day when retail stores, especially the big department stores, weren't open on Sundays.
Yeah.
Yeah, honor the Sabbath. Unless
Yeah.
you're a 7-day Adventist, then it's Saturday.
Yep.
Yep. Let's see here. What else do we got? 1920, Giants informed Yankees that the lease allowing them to play in the Polo Grounds will not be renewed at the end of the 1920 season. So basically, get the hell out. Like, but seriously, like, you know, like that kind of sucks for the Yankees, but like, really, you are opposing teams, you know, right?
Well,
Like,
nothing wrong with sharing a stadium. I mean, a lot.
Now they got
teams
Yankee
do.
Stadium.
yeah.
The Rams and Chargers share a stadium.
Oh, okay.
Our high schools, you know, in my hometown, are the same stadium.
Well, high schools are one story. College is different, and then pros, like, you know, like the rival, like, you know, sports are basically a religion, you know, in today's world.
But they're fucking rival teams,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and you share the same stadium.
yeah. Like, you know, it'd be nice if they could share, you know, like, and hold hands together, sing Kumbaya, but that's just not how the world works.
You know.
Well-
But yeah, Terrebonne and HL.
Yeah. But anyway, moving on up to 1921 here, Florence Allen was the first female judge to sentence a man to death in Ohio. Huh. Okay.
Sounds like a badass.
What did he do?
Yeah, that's a good question. What did he do?
Didn't open the door for her.
He for-
Death!
He
Death
forgot
to
her
you.
birthday. Also, it's everyone's least favorite Italian.
Ooh,
Benito Mussolini.
1921, Mussolini fascists obtained 29 parliamentary seats in Italian elections. That's not good.
No.
No.
Fine.
Isn't one of his
Yeah, his
siblings now in the government?
his
there?
granddaughter, I
Is it
believe it's his
great
granddaughter.
granddaughter, maybe? Could be granddaughter.
Yeah.
No, it'd probably be great granddaughter, wouldn't it?
You know what? Let me look this up. Mussolini in Italian governments. No. Today. The return of fascism in Italy? No.
She's not a fascist.
Well,
I think she
so
may be a
she says.
conservative. I can't remember.
Mussolini relative today. Alessandro Mussolini, born on December 30th, 1962, is an Italian politician, the granddaughter of
You're
Benito
right.
Mussolini, and a former actress and model who served as a member of the European Parliament for Forza Italia. In 2004, she became the first woman to lead a political party in Italy. Yikes!
I wonder what. Find out what political party she led.
Let's see here. Constituted Central Italy. She's currently in office.
Right.
Political
Party
career.
affiliate.
Party affiliate? Where?
I know. Put that in. I said.
Oh, okay.
Whatever. We can move on.
What's her name? Hold on a second. I see politic affiliation. Forza Italy. Forza Italia is a center-right political party in Italy whose ideology includes elements of liberal conservatism, Christian democracy, liberalism, and populism. FL is a member of the European People's Party.
So it sounds like a middle-of-the-roader, huh? A little
Yeah.
bit right.
Yeah. So let me add both of these Wikipedias into the underbar here real
Sounds
quick.
like
Which isn't
her
fascism
grand-
at all.
Well,
Sounds like her grandpa is face palming in hell.
ha! All right. Anyway, let's move on up here. 1925.
Yeah, 1925, Virginia Woolf's novel Miss Holloway is published by Hogarth Press.
Oh, remember
I'm
Hogarth?
sorry.
Hogarth Hughes,
She
Hug.
She looks
No, I
just
know.
like Oscar Wilde.
No, from the Iron Giant.
Oh,
Like-
okay, yeah.
Like Hogarth Hughes. When he like has his BB gun and the stock's all broken, it just says hug.
The only thing I can relate to on who's Virginia Woolf is the movie Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. I've never heard of her other than that.
And Virginia Woolf looks just like Oscar Wilde.
Huh?
Ain't fooling me, Oscar Wilde.
She has that horse face.
God. Moving up to 1930, U.S. Congress designated Carlsbad Caverns in New Mexico as a national park. Nice. And 1 year later, 1931, the Adelen shootings. 5 people were killed in Adelen, Sweden, as soldiers opened fire on an unarmed trade union demonstration.
Oh, jeez.
Yikes, dude! Come on, like that's never going to end well for the soldiers. And then 1932, here's something I'd love to join. 1932, We Want Beer parade in New York. Hey, I'm all for that. Let me join. Give me a streamer. I'll dance.
And that's got to be in the middle of the ban of alcohol, right?
Prohibition was in the 20s, not the 30s.
This is early 32, so it wouldn't be the end? Okay, go on. It doesn't matter.
Hold on. Prohibition end in 1933,
There you
December
go, see?
5th. So it was,
This was 32, yeah.
See, there you go. So that's 30. Wow. So it's all like almost 2 years. Like you have a year and 3/4 or something, roughly. So yeah, I do want beer. Give me my beer.
Just not a Bud Light.
Hell no. Hell no.
You better off drinking piss from the horse.
It's probably more nutritious for you, too. Anyway, 1935, here's something that raised my eyebrow. LA's Griffith Planetarium opened, the third in the U.S. I did not know it was
awesome.
that. That's cool. I've been there.
Many times,
Yeah.
Yeah. No. That's an awesome place. I love it.
Yeah, that is, if anybody's played GTA San Andreas or GTA 5, that hilltop, the observatory there, that's based off of the Griffith Observatory. As if, anybody, who knows anything about LA, they know that.
Yeah, it's in a number of older movies.
Oh,
James
yeah.
Dean starred in one movie that they were up there at the observatory quite a bit.
Oh, all right. Speaking of movies, we got film premiere here for you, Mr. Sohead.
Yes. 1938, The Adventures of Robin Hood, directed by Michael Curtis and William Kingley. And starring Errol Flynn and Olivia de Havilland and Mears. Ooh.
All right.
Okay.
I've heard of the Adventures of Robin Hood.
Oh, yeah.
Errol Flynn, I heard of him.
Yeah. Oh, he's a big actor.
And then,
Also in pirate films.
Yep. And then you got some sports history.
Yes, also 1940, Boston, Jimmy Fox home run goes over Thomas Key Park left field roof.
I didn't realize he was playing so early. I must have seen him at the right end of his career, Jamie Foxx.
Could you imagine just like going out for a walk and getting beaned in the head with a baseball? Like, where did
Where'd
this
that come from?
You just look over like, how did that happen?
That would suck.
1940 as well, British local defense volunteers formed an armed citizen militia designed to support the British Army during the Second World War. It was later renamed the Home Guard. So, happy birthday, BLDV. Cool. While that was happening, though, the Nazis bombed Rotterdam causing the deaths of between 6 to 900 people. And Netherlands surrendered to Germany. Eee. And then 1942, the U.S. Women's Auxiliary the U.S. Women's Army Auxiliary Corps, the WAAC or WAC, formed. That's whack.
Put the girl in the army. That's a whack.
That's a paddling.
Oh, that was in poor taste.
Back to you, sir. You got a music premiere.
1942 world premiere of Aaron Copland's Leaking Portrait with Andre Kostelak, conducted the Cincinnati Symphony in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Huh. All right. One year later, 1943, the Australian hospital ship Centaur sunk off the coast of Queensland after being struck by torpedo fired by Japanese submarine. 268 of 332 medical personnel and civilian crew aboard die.
Yeah. Hospital ship, that's not good.
Yeah, well, see, here's the thing.
War is hell.
War is hell, yes. And actually, because Japan did not subscribe to any, rules of warfare, they actively, in the Pacific Theater, you rarely saw any medics wearing their armbands, because that was literally a shoot me first for the Japanese. Like, they suck out the medics. They killed them first if they saw them, So medics stopped wearing armbands and stuff. Germany, actually, I think Russia did that too with Germany, but Germany did that with us because they thought they were going to win. Why the hell should you obey, rules of warfare if you can win and rewrite them and not suffer the consequences, But Japan was very notorious for that. Russia too, I believe. And let's not forget, all the hospital ships and such, they sunk at Dunkirk.
Yeah, true. But it's always struck me as odd that you're going out and have full-fledged war, killing thousands of people on each side, and then you have rules? What the hell? That's like the guy bringing a knife to a gunfight, and say, oh, is there rules that we can't have guns?
Yeah. Stupid. Anyway, you got an assassination attempt.
Yes, I do. A 1944, General Ramos, Spadel, and von Storpenegger attempts to assassinate Hitler.
I wonder, was this the suitcase bomb? Because that's July 20th plot. Okay. Because I thought Rommel was accused of being involved with that, but he's definitely involved with this one. But this is a different attempt. It's too bad it was only an attempt. But anyway, we got 1945 here. Kamikaze Zero struck U.S. aircraft carrier Enterprise. Like, I didn't put that in my script here, but that's still kind of like, okay, cool.
He hit the Enterprise.
The USS Enterprise.
Yeah.
Yep. And then,
Also, 1945, physician Joseph G. Hamilton injects misdiagnosed cancer patient Albert Stevenson Cal 1 with 131 kbq.
Yeah, I don't know how to read these. I don't know what that means.
3.55
Plutonium?
UCI.
TI of plutonium. Without his knowledge, Steve lived another 20 years, surviving the highest known accumulated radiation dose in any human.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like,
Let's don't piss him off.
Yeah.
Or he will turn into a Hulk.
Yeah. So that's some crazy fringe science right there.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, that really is.
You got two more, I think. I don't know how many more. Oh, three more.
Also, 1946, Paul Bender, For Those We Love premieres.
All right. He was a composer, so obviously it's a music score.
Yep.
Hey.
Also, 1948, Golda Meir Meirsom is one of signatories of Israel Independent Declaration.
Huh.
Golda Meir. She was a great one.
And another one. 1948, Israel declares independence from British administration.
And the British just let them go. That's not fair. They didn't let us go. We had to kill for it.
Yeah, they realize like, don't want to get shot again.
Yeah. Well, like, while that was happening, we have a couple more Israel things here. 1948 as well. This all happened on the same day. Israel radio station Kol Yisrael's first broadcast. And then 1948, Jordan's Arab League captured Atort, north of Jerusalem. And then 1948 as well, U.S. grants Israel de facto recognition. And this is something, like, this is interesting. I saw a repeat of this, so this is the first instance of this. While all this was happening, the U.S. also in 1948 performed an atmospheric nuclear test at Eniwetak. So we're doing all these political things, and then as the last, stroke of our pen, so to speak, we do a nuclear test. It's like, and anybody who disagrees, we got nukes. Like, like, come fight us. We dare you. That was back at the time when it was only us. I think. When did Russia get nukes? When did the USSR get nukes? 1949. Not that much later.
No.
But yeah, it was close.
But the point being, by 1949, what we were developing in more powerful nukes, we were way ahead of them.
Oh yeah, well it didn't take long though for them to catch up, and now they're beyond with their supersonic nukes that we can't even track. We can literally be getting hit right now as I'm talking, and we wouldn't know about it. So
it's not the nukes that we're behind on; it's the supersonic delivery system that we're behind on.
Yeah, well, like it doesn't matter how powerful the weapon is; if it can get through, you're going to take damage.
Of course.
So I don't want it to get through. But anyway, you got a historic invention here. This is interesting.
Yes, 1949, U.S. President Harry Truman signs a bill establishing a rocket test range at Cape Canaveral.
Ooh. Yep. That was, I think, when we started developing our version of the V-2 rocket. After Operation Paperclip, we got all the Nazi scientists.
Then we changed that to John F. Kennedy, and then it went back to Cape Canaveral.
Yep. Let's see, what else do I got here? We go from 1949, 1954. Belgium shorts military conscription from 20 to 18 months. So that's cool.
What? No.
They shortened their military conscription from 20 to 18 months. So, then 1955, this is not highlighted, I don't know why, this is major. 1955, the Warsaw Pact was signed by the Soviet Union, Albania, Bulgaria, Czechoslovakia, East Germany, Hungary, Poland, and Romania.
Yeah, that should be
the Iron Curtain, bro.
Yeah, that should be highlighted.
Yeah, that is major.
Speaking of which, Oppenheimer.
Oh yeah, that movie, a movie about Oppenheimer, the developer of the nuclear bomb. I have become Death, Destroyer of Worlds. I gotta show you that trailer actually. Did someone DM it to me? Yes, here it is. So this is a new trailer, and let me open it.
I want to see it when we're done.
Yeah, I'm loading it up so I can show it to you when we're done. And actually, let me post it in the underbar links here for later. So if anybody else wants it, I'm excited for this movie. I don't care about the actors, but like Robert Downey Jr. is going to be in it, right? And then a couple other actors. And what?
Callahan Murphy,
So there's a new movie coming out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's coming. So.
Yeah. No,
Downey's
Callahan Murphy was a Scarecrow.
Yeah, the guy who played Scarecrow. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Sounds like a good movie.
Yeah.
Rami Malek is in it. Freddie Mercury.
When's it coming out? Anybody know?
Fly.
7/21/23. So
okay, couple of August.
Yeah. All right. Anyway.
Oh, July. August is 8.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
September is 9.
At least there's someone on the line here thinking.
Yeah. Well, that's why I always have someone.
There you go.
Someone's plugged in.
The fact checkers extraordinaire.
Yeah. I don't need Snopes.
I'm about to say, it's not coming out a day before my birthday. After my birthday.
That'd be one hell of a birthday gift, though.
Yeah.
But anyway, speaking of the Soviet Union and all that stuff, 1960, the USSR launched the first unmanned space capsule.
Ooh.
So, Space Race, the Star Wars.
Yeah.
And then 1961, this is kind of sad. A bus with the first group of Freedom Riders was bombed and burned in Alabama.
Jeez.
Alabama.
Well, yeah, that's blacks.
Yeah. For a second,
That's what the Freedom Riders were.
okay. For a second, I thought that was Albanian. I thought there was some kind of like political dispute going on over there. But that's what was the word? Help me, Sohan. The whole thing with Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, like civil rights movement. What was it called? Civil rights movement, right?
The civil rights movement.
Yeah.
This is different from the civil rights movement.
Yeah. Well, this is
This
pre
is
that,
our own
right?
movement.
This is pre that, right?
When
61?
When was the civil rights movement?
As far as, yeah. Well, I'm not sure if
1954.
Oh, no, so it's going on strong.
Yeah, it is 68. So it's like, right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, it might not be for the civil rights, but it's in the same vein of area. Those
Right.
are, freedom riders.
Well, the civil rights movement was so important. Jeez.
Yeah.
Just had to be brought out into the light.
And now it's just getting thrown in the can.
Yeah. So is Martin Luther King, which is an absolute... He's one of my heroes.
One of mine, too. So, but anyway, you got some sports history and an event of interest.
Yes. 1961, Sterling Moss wins the 1961 Monaco Grand Prix.
All right.
Sterling Moss, yeah. He's
Also,
a great racer.
1962, ex-president of Yugoslavia, Milovan Jalas, sentenced to 5 years in jail.
Whoops.
I
wonder what he did.
I don't know. You know what? Let me look it up. But we're going to be talking about him again here in not too long.
Oh, yeah? Of course, Yugoslavia could be a political arrest,
here we go. Milovan Djivic was one of the leaders of the Communist Party of Yugoslavia and served the government of Yugoslavia as vice president of the Federal Executive Council. He also wrote several books, most notably The New Class, which discussed the emergence of the ruling class in communist societies. He's talking the truth. Watch out, civil dissidents.
That'll put you in jail every time.
Yep. I mean, look at what's happening to us right now. Like, with the shadow bannings on YouTube and, the ninja removal of, subscribers. Like, but yeah, anyway, moving on up here. Let's see, that was what, 62?
Yeah.
We got a U.S. performed atmospheric nuclear test at Christmas Island. Why are we nuking Christmas? What the hell?
I'm trying to think. I can't remember, but it's something like it's an isolated island and we just move the people off or something.
What happened?
That was Bikini Atoll.
Oh, okay. So I couldn't
somebody didn't get their bike they wanted.
Yeah. The president didn't get a bike when he was a kid. So, we're going to nuke Santa. Thankfully, he was stupid. He didn't nuke the North Pole. He just thought that's where Santa was. That was his vacation home, Christmas Island. But anyway, 1 year later, 1963, Kuwait became the 111th member of the UN. United Nations. All right, Kuwait. 1965, the second Chinese atom bomb explodes. So now they have the bomb. This is their second one.
Yeah.
So testing, obviously.
And who is that again? Oh,
China.
Chinese, yeah.
The Chinese.
Yeah.
That's scary. Then what we got here, 1966, the first reported monitoring of pirate radio station WBBH in New Jersey.
Pirate station. Ooh.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh, well, look at more sports here.
Mickey Mantle.
So what?
Yeah.
67?
1967, New York Yankees, Mickey Mantle hits his career home run 500 off Baltimore Orioles Stu Miller.
Huh. Cool. And this one confused me. 1968, the Beatles announced formation of Apple Corp.
I fucking know it. Steve Jobs stole from the Beatles as well.
Yeah, but no, was Apple Corp Apple Corp. Get it?
What?
Corp,
yeah.
Yeah, no, but what do you like? The Marine Corps, the Marine Corps.
Yeah.
Apple Corps.
Yeah.
Like the core of an apple.
Yeah.
I like that, but I wonder if that has any affiliation with Apple, the computer company.
I don't think so.
If Steve Jobs wanted to steal something, steal Yoko Ono.
He has stole the name a bit, but I don't think it has any affiliation with it.
Okay, here we go. Apple Corps is a multi-armed multimedia corporation founded in London in January of 1968 by the members of the Beatles to replace their earlier company and to form a conglomerate. Its name is a pun. Its chief division is Apple Records, which was launched at the same year. So this was their own company thing.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's what I thought, because I remember something about this, earlier this year when we were whatever. Anyway, back to some events of interest here.
Yes. Also, in event of interest, 1968, Czech government announces liberalizing reforms under Alexander Dubček.
All right.
Also, 1968, RAF leader Andreas Baader is sentenced to 3 years in West Berlin
Ah.
for an
Is,
army faction.
yeah. Yeah, we're going to be talking about him actually, not the previous guy that we were the quote unquote dissident, Milovan Dijas. We're talking about this guy here, Andreas Bader, in a minute here. But let's see here. We got 1969. Bless you. Got 1969. Abortion and contraception were legalized in Canada. All right. And while that was happening, and actually, what a better year for that to become legal in 1969. Good year. You know, I see what you did there, Canada. Clever.
Also,
What?
Well, 69
Also,
will
the other
never
one.
get you pregnant.
Yeah, I got that too. 1969 as well. The last Chevrolet Corvair was built.
Oh man, did they kill that car?
Why? What happened?
What's his name? I can't remember his name. Ralph Nader came out with a deal how dangerous it was and everything like that, and just killed it. Man, the sales dropped off like 50% or more.
Oh, did it have like a random chance to explode or something?
Yeah, it's something. It had a rear engine, I think, or something.
Oh, I remember
It just
something
killed-
like this.
That
Yeah.
just killed the poor thing.
Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was on fire. Just like my Corvair. Oh, this guy.
also 1970, Harry Blackmun, 61, nominated by Richard Nixon, earns a seat on U.S. Supreme Court after confirmation by U.S. Senate 94-0, serves until 1994.
Oh, that's a little odd. 94 to none. There's no opposition. Something's fishy with that. You know?
Yeah, mob affiliation.
Ah, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then, as I said before, 1970 here as well, militant leftist Red Army faction leader Andreas Bader was freed from prison after serving 2 years in West Berlin.
Yeah.
So he served 2 out of his 3 years. Then we also have, this one's absolutely disgusting. 1972, a 13-year-old Catholic girl was shot dead by loyalist paramilitaries in Ballymurphy, Belfast.
Gee.
Why are you shooting kids, dude? Like, that's absolutely appalling. So, then we got a baseball record here. Sohan, stop looking up AI-generated images of Hitler.
No, I'm not doing that. Also, off 1972, in Willie Mays' first game as New York Mets, his Homer beat San Francisco Giants 5-4, his former team of over 20 years, at Shea Stadium, New York.
Oh, what a traitor.
I'm looking up different versions of Pete Davidson now.
Wait, okay, does this mean that he played for the New York Mets?
Yeah, first game as the Mets. So this is in his first game as, New York Mets. And
I don't recall that at all. I'm stunned. I thought I knew his career
They
fairly
did
well.
trade him
Apparently so.
for some players and some
At
money.
the end of his career, yeah.
Yeah, actually, didn't we talk about that just a few days ago? Like,
Yep.
Yeah, you said they traded him for somebody else and a roll of cash. I remember talking about that. So, that's just, wow, okay.
I did not know he played for the Mets. Holy cow.
Well, now you do.
Yeah.
And here's something that's
Glad I was here today.
Yeah, here's something that's going to spark your
Speak.
interest.
Speak if you can.
1973, gold hits record $102.50 an ounce in London, but it says dollars. London uses pounds, so I wonder if
Well, you can still convert it. And,
well, I wonder if that's a conversion or if somebody used the wrong symbol. You never know with the source.
No.
So,
And what's the amount again?
$102.50 an ounce.
I'm guessing
Oh,
it's
is that
the
Yeah,
right?
it doesn't. Yeah.
Is that cheap today?
A bit, yeah. Hey, back in the day, gold was regulated by the government. You couldn't own it, but it was at like $36 and say 95 cents. It's like that for years and years and years. The government held it there, never changed, and guess what? It didn't keep up with inflation. So when they took it off that standard, it exploded up to 105 or whatever it was.
Yikes.
Yeah.
We got to find a new system of economy because clearly none of the ones that we've invented are working.
We had to
So-
fill out forms of what we were using gold for at the time,
Yeah.
just because it wasn't available to the public, other than in jewelry and things.
Well, it still is technically like you can still have it in jewelry, but you know what? Hold on a second. Let me look this up. Is owning gold illegal in the U.S.?
No, not at all.
Yes, in this country from 1933
Oh,
to
was it ever?
1974, it was illegal for U.S. citizens to own gold in the form of gold bullion without a special license. On January 1st, 1975, these restrictions were lifted and gold can now be freely held in the U.S. without any licensing or restrictions of any kind.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was still illegal, like,
Oh, no,
other
no,
than
no, no,
jewelry
no.
and stuff.
Yeah, coins you can do. Wafers. They got all kinds of stuff.
Well, yeah, you
buy
can
at
all
Best
that, but, like, if you have a gold brick, like...
completely legal.
I don't know. Well, okay.
No, it's legal to own.
I don't know what's legal or illegal anymore. Our government's so screwy. Anyway, 1973 as well, the Skylab was launched. It was the first space station. Skylab. Nice. And then while that was happening in 1973 as well, the U.S. Supreme Court approved equal rights to females in the military. Wow, it took that long? Hey,
Yeah, that's kind of shameful. Huh?
Yeah, but yikes. 1 year later, 1974, Underground America Day was first observed to honor the 6,000 Americans or United States citizens that make their homes in the earth. Are you talking about the dead? Like
I'm not sure.
Are these homeless? Like who's digging a foxhole and living in there, other than Bear Grylls after he fills it halfway with piss?
I've never heard of this before.
Yeah.
Underground American Day?
Yeah. Let me look
Happy
this
Dead
up.
American Days.
Yeah, great.
Hold on.
Underground America Day. Okay, well it's May 14th is Underground America Day.
Which is today, right?
Yeah, well, let's see. Yeah, it's also Mother's Day, but let's see here. It's 1974. I woke up one day to the fact that the Earth's surface was made of living plants, not industrial plants. It is a holiday free of holiday obligations. On May 14th each year, hundreds of millions of people across this great land will do absolutely nothing about the national holiday. I declared it in 74, and that's the way it should be. What the hell? I am so confused.
I've never heard of this before.
I'm going to put this in the underbar as well, just because. Well, let's see here. What else do we got? 1975, the French press reported massive deportation from Cambodia. And I was just like, okay, status quo, like, another crazy countries having. But then I saw in 1975 as well, U.S. forces raid Cambodian island of Koh Tang to free Maguje's ship. So, like, we're involved for some reason. So I was like, okay,
Sounds
that's
about
why.
right.
That's why they're fleeing.
Well, that's the whole Vietnam era in there.
At the end.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it is.
But then you got the Stanley Cup, 1977.
Yeah. 1977 Stanley Cup final. Oh, Boston Gardens, Boston, Massachusetts, accused Lemaire Gore's choice as Montreal Canadiens edge Boston Bruins 2-1 in overtime for a 4-game sweep and back-to-back titles.
All right.
Uncherry.
Yeah. Then 1979, Kids Are Alright, rockumentary film featuring The Who, premiered at the Cannes Film Festival. And for whatever reason, that reminded me of The Kids Aren't Alright from The Offspring, so I had to go watch that earlier when I was research writing for this.
I've never heard of The Kids Are Alright.
Neither have I. Well,
Yeah, it's okay. It's good music.
Yeah.
Also, 1974, Stalker, Russian film by Andrei Tarkovsky, starring Alexander Kadinovsky and Anatoly Solzhenitsyn, is released.
how come Russian names always have to sound like you're dying? It's like,
Man.
Vladimir.
No, he looks like Burt Reynolds and Michael J. Fox put
What
together.
is it, no vowels or something?
Yeah. And
Got it.
like,
It's Michael J. Fox and Burt Reynolds put together.
kinda, yeah, I see that. What else do we got here? 1980, the Department of Health and Human Services began operation. I know about that. And in 1983, She Blinded Me with Science by Thomas Dolby hit number 5. Good song.
Yes. Also, 1983, Elsa Moto runs female world record 20K, 1 hour, 6 minutes, 55 seconds,
55.5 seconds.
55.5 seconds.
Yep.
Yeah, let's don't forget the .5.
Well, hey, somebody might make it in .6. That point is massive.
And she looks like uh, a female Alan Cummins.
Ah,
I don't know who that is, but okay.
An actor.
Well, yeah, but I don't care about actors.
I must say, he played as Nightcrawler in X2.
Never saw that. Oh wait, no, I think yeah, the blue guy who like can teleport. Okay. Well, he had so much makeup on, I can't tell his real face. But anyway, here we go. Anne Frank. Yeah.
Oh. 1986, Netherlands Institute for War Documentation published Anne Frank's complete diary.
Dang.
Why did he have to put her smiling? He was not smiling during the Holocaust.
no.
No, but I'd rather recognize her with that face rather than
Sure.
a sad one. Anne Frank, may you rest in peace. Poor girl. Oh. And her family, that sucks. All of them. Oh.
Next to her, Hitler's banned from barbecue.
My God. Let's avoid those jokes, so man. Your black armor can only go so far. Okay.
Okay.
86.
1986, Reggie Jackson hits his 537th home run, passing Mickey Mantle into 6th place.
All right.
So we had a while back there, Mickey Mantle's 500th, and 37 home runs later, he retired.
That's amazing. 1987.
Yeah, I saw that. We got the 1987 Little Shop of Horrors was released in Germany.
Oh, in Germany.
In
okay.
Germany. So
So
probably
it's already released here then.
it's probably sound like "Please the book, see the book of what knowing Germans, like everything has to sound angry. But while that was happening, the Colt revolver, a Peacemaker of 1873, sold for $242,000.
Love the ironic of the name, the Peacemaker.
The Peacemaker. Yeah, it certainly made peace. It got rid of the bad guy when you pulled the trigger. So, then 1988, yeah, this is kind of sad. The Correlation bus collision. A drunk driver going the wrong way on Interstate 71 near Carrollton in Kentucky hit a converted school bus carrying a church youth group. The crash and ensuing fire killed 27. Jesus. Don't drink and drive, you imbeciles.
I want to go back to the Colt 45 for 1 second.
Yeah.
The nomenclature Peacemaker.
Yeah.
And now today they want to take the Peacemaker away to make peace.
Yeah.
So who's wrong?
Yeah. The government, always.
Anyways, go ahead.
But then we have 1989. The first Tour de Trump bicycle race was run in Atlanta. Tour de Trump. Is that any affiliation with Donald Trump?
No. Tour de Trump.
Or his dad?
French.
Someone like
This was in Atlanta, Dad.
Oh, excuse me.
Georgia. Tour de
Tour de
Oh,
Trump.
it's a play on Tour de
Some
Trump.
liberal somewhere.
Tour de, whatever the French bicycle thing is.
Tour de France.
Yeah, Tour de
But
France.
yeah,
So this
hey.
is a Tour de Trump. This
No,
is a
Tour de
takeoff.
Trump. Oh,
Yeah, there's a takeoff on it.
No, this is remembering Donald Trump's cycling race. So this was his.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
Because there's a Tour
yeah.
de France, Tour du Pont, and then there's Tour de Trump.
Tour de
but
Trump.
yeah,
Okay.
Tanner,
Yeah.
somewhere, there's a liberal stabbing his tires and going,
Yeah. Oh, here we go. The Tour de Pont was a cycling stage race in the U.S. held annually between 1989 and 1996, initially called the Tour de Trump in the first 2 years. So the de Trump turned into the DuPont.
Okay.
But that is since long gone because 96 was like too long ago for me to want to know. It makes me feel old. But what else do we got here? 1989, a demonstration for democratic reforms in Beijing's Tiananmen Square.
something that apparently didn't happen.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Which I find it ironic because, like, what was it, like 2019 or something? Like, when they were really, like, starting with the protests and all that stuff.
Uh-huh.
right before COVID happened. What a coincidence! Almost like it's planned. But like in their efforts to try to keep like the whole the tank guy, you remember him?
Yeah.
And all that stuff, down. In their efforts, by even saying, like what they're doing or whatever, they sparked a whole new recognition of it. People didn't know about it in China, obviously.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden, people did because China was trying to suppress it, and everybody's like, "Hey, what are they trying to do with that?" Oh,
Well, this is the same time, the Berlin Wall came down before this.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's looking at it, news reporting. They said, could this be the beginning of the end for China? Of course, they squelched it immediately.
This was in June 5th, 1989. And January, February, March, April, May, June. So that's coming up. Okay, so yes. Oh, yeah, that's right. They were doing demonstrations, and then they were getting suppressed, and then finally the tank guy did his thing because enough is enough. So... then 1989 as well, we got the final TV episode of Family Ties aired on NBC with a 36 million audience. Wow. Nice. Family Ties, one of the big ones.
Ooh. Also, 1989, Minnesota Twins Kirby Puckett becomes first player to hit 6 doubles across 2 consecutive games since St. Louis Cardinals Red Soden Dents in 1948.
Wow.
One thing I love about baseball, they come up with weird little stuff for stats. 6 doubles in 2 games. Who comes up with that? First to do it since when?
Yeah, who comes up with the line anyway?
Yeah, not baseball.
Oh wait, that's a cycle?
Yeah, the cycle.
I did that on purpose.
Good. I'm so proud of you.
Or did I?
Yeah, no one will know.
Only I will.
And no one knows what's going on in that head.
Not even me.
No.
Let's see here. All right, go on ahead, Mr. Sowen. Another sports history here.
Yes, 1990, 46. A time opposing pitcher hits home run Fernando Valenzuela. Dodgers / gross expose.
Yeah. Little Fernando.
Yeah. And we got another one here. Winnie Mandela. Why? What the hell?
We're gonna find out.
I think that says what? Oh, fuck, God. 1991. Winnie Mandela sentenced to 6 years for complicity in kidnapping and beating of 4 youths, one of whom dies. He is freed in an appeal.
Yeah, I don't think she did that. Question mark. Like.
Sure sounds questionable. I don't know enough about it, but that just sounds kind of weird.
I mean, that's Nelson Mandela's wife.
I know who it is.
But yeah, like audience, that's my challenge to you. Like, was that real, or was it just because political reasons that he drummed up some false charge to throw her away? Tell us in the comment section. We also have 1991. The world's largest burrito was created at 1,126 pounds.
Whoa!
Yeah. By the way, like maybe next weekend we can get breakfast burritos again.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And more sports history here for you, sir.
1994, David Winfield passed Frank Robinson for 12 on RBI list in... The fuck was that?
That was Mr. Wick doing a soundboard.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Okay, let me rewind that. 1994, David Winfield passes Frank Robinson for 12 on RBI listed with 1,617.
All right.
And what does RBI stand for?
Running batting ins.
There you go.
See, I'm learning.
Not batting, but batted. We'll give it to you, though.
I'm not going to get it perfect, my dad. The fact that I know...
I'm impressed. I am impressed.
Now, I'm
giving you kudos.
I did blow your mind that one time when you asked me, what's because you had an old picture of Kobe Bryant, back in your office back in the day.
Yeah.
You're like, what's the difference between then and now? And I'm like, his jersey changed. And you're like, how did you know?
Yeah, that's right. I remember that.
Yeah, and I know because of Bill Burr. He talked about it in one of his stand-up bits. Like, all he had to do was change his jersey name, and it's just a layup, Like,
he's a great comedian. I love that guy.
What were you going to say, Soen?
Yeah, didn't he go from 8 to 24?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
Yep. 1995, we got at 43 years, 162 days old, Manchester City goalkeeper John Burridge became the oldest player to appear in an EPL match, a 3-2 home defeat to Queen's Park Rogers. Well, he was the oldest one and they lost, so that tells me that he's got to retire. So, and here we go, the Dalai Lama, and with what he said recently, really makes me question things.
1995, Dalai Lama proclaimed 6-year-old Gyunhon Chikoe Nima 11th reincarnation of Panchen Lama, Tibet's second most senior spiritual leader.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, now, didn't the Dalai Lama, say something like, I want to lick you to someone random or something?
Something disgusting.
Yeah.
I don't want to get into it.
I do know that Brandon said, let's go lick the world. Like, what the hell does that mean? The world's not an ice cream cone, Brandon, come on.
Also, in 1995, Eddie Murray of Indians hits his 463rd career home run, ties for 18th.
All right. That's getting a little low in the numbers there, buddy. You got to bump them up.
Also, 1995, LPGA Championship Women's Golf DuPont Country Club. Kelly Robbins wins her only major title by one stroke from defending champion Laura Davies of England.
Yeah, Laura looks like she's got one of those visors with a hat that you buy,
With the fake hair?
Yeah, the fake hair.
Like
That's
the one
what
I
that
got?
looks like right there.
Yeah. Yeah, we spoke about her hair yesterday. Like she looks like she's trying to follow in the hair steps of Trump or something, So she looks like a mix between Trump and Boris Johnson,
Also, 1996, New York Yankees controversial pitcher Dwight Gooden hit Seattle Mariners 2-0 at Yankee Stadium.
Man, why does he always look so mad? Like, why did they pick that picture of him? Let me see if there's even like a happier picture of him. Like Dwight, I have a photo one up. Maybe Dwight Gooden. Oh, get this picture. Use this picture. Use this picture. Use this picture. There's so many pictures. Why do you? Well, I mean, he just has a natural, slightly angry face, But like.
Yeah.
But I mean, come on. There's so many pictures out there. Who's this random ass white guy? Who the hell is that?
How did he sneak in there?
Cultural appropriation.
1997, Baseball Executive Council suspends New York Yankees owner George Steinbrenner for his suing other team owners.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Like, hey, you don't get to stop suing people.
Yeah.
I'll sue you. You're out of here.
Yeah. Ooh, okay. You're going to talk about Jerry Seinfeld.
I like Derek the finale. 1998, Seinfeld final two-part episode. The finale airs on NBC TV to 76.3 million viewers with commercials priced at $2 million for 30 seconds.
Wow, $2 million for 30 seconds.
Wow. Ridiculous.
Wow. Also, they went to jail at the end.
Huh. You got some Loris Awards here.
Yep. 2002 Loris World Sports Awards. Dolly Forum, Monaco Sportsman, Michael Schumacher, Sportswoman, Jennifer Caprati, Team Australia Men's National Cricket Team.
Cricket. There it is.
Ooh, you got an impeachment.
Yeah, we got 2002, 10 members of the Darwin-based network against prohibition invaded the Legislative Assembly of the Northern Territory of Australia. Wow, I never heard about anything like that in Australia.
No.
Storming the Basilica, so to speak. But then 2004, the Constitutional Court of South Korea overturned the impeachment of President Roh Moo-hyun.
That sounds big.
Yeah, let me add that in real quick because I failed to do so beforehand. What is that? 2004, yeah. And then we got here in 2005, former USS America CV-66, which is a carrier vessel, so it's an aircraft carrier. A decommissioned supercarrier of the U.S. Navy was deliberately sunk in the Atlantic Ocean after 4 weeks of live fire exercises. This became the largest ship ever to be disposed of as a target in a military exercise.
Oh, jeez.
Wow. So, CV-6...
Pretty big target for practice.
Yeah, so let's take a look at what this ship looked like. Alright, yeah, so it's an aircraft carrier. Let's see here. Live fire. Did they take any pictures of it getting hit? Oh yeah, there's it sinking. No. But like, yeah, like that's a really good idea. Sink your own ships to find the weaknesses and everything before the enemy does, so you can be prepared and, if not, be able to avert disaster, at least know how to react in the face of it.
Also convert them into artificial reefs.
That too.
Yeah.
That too. Anyway, another 2005 here for you, Mr. Sohan.
Yes. Also 2005, Pope Benedict XVI observes his first beatification evaluation blessed Marine of Molokai on the road to canonization into sainthood.
All right. That's cool.
Also, 2006, Rene Prevel sworn in as president of Haiti for the second time.
All right.
That name is French as hell.
Yep. 4 years later, 2010, the 51,700-seat Aviva Stadium was officially opened on the site of the famous old Lansdowne Road Stadium in Dublin by the Irish Prime Minister Brian Cohen. All right. And then what else do we got here? 2012, 1,500 Palestinian prisoners in Israel prisons agreed to end a mass hunger strike. I wonder what they were hunger striking, but, it's Israel. So
Probably treatment.
Yep. Israel is Israel. 2012, Stanford University scientists develop a prototype bionic eye. All right.
Bionic eye. Wow.
So, and that was 2012, so that was 11 years ago. Like, if anything happens to this one, hey,
Yeah.
Like, let's hope nothing happens to this one, though. But, what else do we got here? 2013. What?
Become the next cyborg.
Yeah, yes. Have a laser eye.
Oh, yeah!
You can become the next Kano.
Dude, my dad goes
you could-
booyah
oh,
all
yeah,
the
you could
time.
become Kano.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
you could become Kano.
Anyway, 2013, Brazil became the 15th country to legalize same-sex marriage. Cool. Right on.
Also, funny because they have Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah.
All jokes aside, 2013, Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie novel Americana as published.
Not gonna lie, I literally read that as chimichanga.
I did too in my mind.
Oh my
I'm
god.
trying to get it right. Or
Yeah,
it's
harnessing your inner Sonic.
No,
Oh,
my
not Deadpool.
inner Wade Wilson. Chimichanga.
Yeah.
Ooh, chimichangas.
Ooh, chimichangas. Oh my god.
Also,
Wow.
2013, Dan Brown's fourth novel starring Robert Langdon, The Da Vinci Code, titled Inferno, is released and instantly becomes a bestseller. And also, they made a film about it too.
Ah,
Da Vinci?
all right.
Oh shit!
Da Vinci?
Yeah. Vinci Code.
Yep, that's a movie I gotta see. Let me add that into the movies
I haven't
channel.
seen it either.
All right. You got
Da
a
Vinci
couple more
Code?
here, Mr. Sohan.
Sure. Also, 2016, Gabriel Medina becomes the first surfer ever to land the back in competition.
So he did a backflip on the
Whoa!
surfboard.
Are you? God, I'd love to see that.
Okay, let me look this up here. Copy.
No way, a backflip?
Let's see here. Oh, he does it with the.
Oh, okay, that
Oh.
makes more
I can't
sense.
listen
Okay,
to
that
it.
makes more sense.
Surfboard.
Yeah, now I see what they're talking about.
I was about to
Here we
say,
go.
huh?
Whoa!
Awesome!
Hey!
And he's just like, hey.
Hey!
Like,
That was
yeah,
fucking
And
dope.
that's in competition because he's got a shirt with a number on it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Woo!
wow.
Tony Hawk, eat your heart out.
Yeah, I love the ending.
I was.
I don't know
a
what
pretty
I just did.
Burgess
Okay.
did his best
Oh.
to be Steezus.
I hope he got a 10.
Yeah.
Also, 2017 PGA Players Championship TPC at Seagrass. 21-year-old South Korean Kim Si-woo shoots final round 69 to win by 3 strokes ahead of Lewis Ostenson and Ian Poulter.
I want to go back to the surfing thing, because I have a comment for Laloon's comment here. You know, you hope that they gain a 10?
Yeah.
Well, if he didn't, they would have left him hanging, really.
Oh,
Hang 10?
Yeah, no, I got it immediately.
You know what?
Shut up, Seth Rogen.
Just because of that.
Here comes the other shit, man.
Oh, God. What do we got here? 2018? Chinese mountain climber and double amputee Zia Boyu reached the summit of Mount Everest.
Ooh,
And-
double amputee.
Double amputee.
Impressive.
Yeah, now, see, here's the thing. Like, people are, like, I have two things to say. Like, when he did that, everybody's all like, oh, well, he doesn't even have legs and he made it. Like, you know, like what's your excuse? My legs won't hurt. Or his legs doesn't hurt, you know? And then another thing is, like, you know, like, you want to talk about, like, you know, ambition and, you know, really getting things done. Every dead body on Mount Everest is somebody who was full of ambition, and look what it led them to. So, hey, be lazy.
Oh, wow.
No, don't be lazy, but be intelligent, you know, with your stuff.
Yes. Just don't be small brain.
Yes. But then 2018 as well, Indian politician Shashi Tharoor was charged by police with driving his wife to commit suicide. Yikes. So, wow.
You should do it. It's like, you should do it. You should do it.
Yeah, he was trying to be like, what was it, King Henry VIII, right? But like
Yeah.
instead of imprisoning and just killing his wives, he's just like, you know, like, no, you do it, and then, you know, just keeps his hands clean, I guess.
So that gives real meaning to the term, you're driving me crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, and he did.
Also, 2018, Melania Trump, wife of U.S. President Donald Trump, is treated in hospital for a kidney condition.
Okay, why is that highlighted? Why do we care? Okay, sorry. You know, like, why is it even like on the source? Why is that highlighted, but the Warsaw Pact is not?
Well, you
What
can
the
pick all
fuck?
kinds of
Actually, I'm
stuff.
surprised
Who
that
knows how
this
they put
is,
stuff.
because, you know,
Yeah.
you don't like her.
Why is this highlighted?
Well,
Why
the
in
thing
the
is, I
world
don't
is
get
this
is,
highlighted?
okay,
Why does it
Yeah.
have to be?
that's the one thing I never got. I understand them hating Trump, but why his wife and his child? What did they do?
Guilty
Yeah.
by association. You know how people are. They're
Still,
ravenous.
that's still wrong. That's like,
Yeah.
those two didn't do anything.
Well, yeah, but people are
Great-
ravenous. They
great
want blood.
relationship.
So. But what else do we get?
Relationship.
This is interesting, and this is kind of scary, actually. 2018 as well, a successful memory transfer in snails achieved by scientists from University of California, published in the journal eNeuro. So they're swapping their memories.
Wow.
Dude,
wow, wow,
like,
wow.
and I remember, like, you know, something you made a meme about that, like, oh, we can erase a snail's memory, and then they do. And it's like, snail, do you remember this? Snail is silent. The scientists, by God, what have we done? Like, but no, seriously, like, that's terrifying, because, like, that's on the road to do that with humans. Imagine,
Yeah.
imagine waking
That's the
up.
point.
Imagine waking up in, like, a literal Freaky Friday situation. You're in my body and I'm in yours. Like, holy shit, dude, that's scary.
Yeah.
Also, this too right here, man. I remember hearing about this all over web. 2019.
Yeah, 2019. Well, before that, 2018. And by the way, I have to show you a scene from Freaky Friday. There's a when they did switch minds.
Yeah.
The daughter, because there's mother and daughter thing. The daughter woke up in the mother's body. She saw herself in the mirror. Oh my God, I'm the Crypt Keeper. Like,
That's not what they're talking about on that memory transfer.
well, no, but it's like, you know, if
Yeah.
you transfer memories, if I get yours and you get mine, we can effectively switch minds and switch bodies. If they can figure out, but you know, this is the first step. That's scary.
Yeah, that's way. Yeah, you're taking it a whole other step. When you're talking about being able to take my memories out and inject them into you, that's what they're talking about, which is awesome. But they're not talking about flipping memories.
But that's the leading up to it.
well, okay.
First step. You know, you can give me your memories, okay? Then let's switch memories.
Can you
know?
imagine waking up, you're doing that, and you have all my memories in your head? and you visualize them like they're real because
Yeah.
they were my memories.
Yeah.
And you can remember them like you lived them.
Yeah.
Ooh, man, that's stunning.
Honestly, I
Not
love
good particularly. But
I'd love that with Mom. I'd love to have
Yeah.
all of her memories because Anyway,
mine, not so much.
Anyway, let's see here. 2018, the U.S. Supreme Court struck down federal law banning sports gambling in most states because it would just make an underground. Like every law you take, everything you take away from the people, you're not taking it away. You're just. That was me. That was my heel.
Oh. Okay.
Everything you take away from people, it's still going to happen, just illegally, and it just makes an underground. But we also got here, 2019, huge protests close to schools in Kashmir. Oh, God, this is I don't even have words for it. After the struggle snuggle of a 3-year-old girl. You know what struggle snuggle is?
Yeah, well, I put 2 and 2 together, yes.
Yeah, well, you can read it right there, but...
Okay.
What the
Yeah,
what the
I
hell?
remember everybody was up in arms about this.
As they should be.
What the hell, bro? Gross. But then 2019, San Francisco was the first city to vote to ban the use of facial recognition. Good. Because people there's I think this it was a Chinese guy. He created a very realistic mask, all over the face mask,
Yeah.
and the facial recognition was picking him up as some other guy. So you can literally stolen identity, not just your cards, your passport,
Yeah,
your license,
yeah.
your bank accounts. They can literally steal your face, and then have it scanned as you, do a crime, and now you're the suspect. And that's so yeah, get rid of facial recognition. Anyway, what else do we got here? 2019, Wikipedia confirmed China has banned all versions of its site. Well, that's not surprising. China.
Yeah.
And then in
Dang it.
2022, surrealist artist Man Ray's photograph Le Violon de Ingres sold for $12.4 million, making it the most expensive ever sold at auction. So let's take a look at this. Why was this photograph worth $12 million? Okay, people are just buying porn out here. Okay, I see. No, you just big old butt crack right there. $12.4 million. So I get Le Violin de Ingres. So she's a violin. She has the body shape, and she has those markings.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So she's a violin.
Yeah.
Gonna put the cheeks away, Jesus Christ.
Well, did the photo did the photo taker want to put his chin in there? Like what you do with the violin?
It's France for you.
Yeah. Anyway,
It's the French for you. They're weird.
that shall conclude the show. Once again, check the underbar of the description for any links you may find interesting, including but not limited to all things Omni Coalition, which in itself includes.
ONTV on Twitch.
Yep, and Ramaster's YouTube, Instagram, and other people who are affiliated with us and all that stuff. But please, I implore you, as you probably saw here on my script, Burst and Deaths, we're no longer doing Burst and Deaths, because we're already well over an hour here with just the main body, but I implore you, please, go to our sources, please, educate yourself on everything history, because it is remarkable what happens every day. Anyway, for your dose of passive and daily, we stream every day at 11 in the morning Pacific time, which is 12 Mountain.
1 Central.
And 2 Eastern.
Yep. For all of you and all of us, I am Xander.
Sohan.
And I am Mr. Wick, aka Rhombuser, aka 1,000 other names.
And the Golden Loon.
Yep.
Which we won't bring up the other names.
What? Like numbnuts?
No, not me.
Oh, no, not me.
Oh no!
We love each other. Anyway, until then, and if you enjoy a random show, we have the Kick Peanut coming up at 3 p.m. Pacific time. Do the time zone math yourself. It's only 1 hour and everything. Anyway, until whenever you see us again, until then, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Toodles! Hey, nice.